Hello all, good day. It is Teese. I hope all is well and hope all are safe. Now normally I don't make videos pertaining to mess or drama or gossip. In this case, I would consider this gossip just because it's like not only is it a distraction, but it's kind of like it's messy. So the whole Roe vs. Wade thing is messy, and like I say, I don't know anything personally about the case, and I don't know anything personally about the recent decision, but the long story short is it's pretty much, oh, okay, well, you can no longer terminate pregnancies, which is the moral of my point and more of the story. So the way I feel is, and the way reality is and the truth is, only an evil person, male and female, would be upset about this. Okay, because, and like I said, I say male and female, because male are guilty too. Because like I say, I know some men, and I've heard men, more than one men, pretty much say like, okay, I'll pay for it, or how much to get rid of it, or I'll give you thousands to get rid of it. You know, pretty much get rid of it, or else, or get rid of it, or I'm not dealing with you anymore. So like men, you're guilty too. And again, only an evil harlot, aka the female, and only an evil whoremonger, aka the male, would be upset about terminating a pregnancy that they set up. So it's kind of like the whole, oh, the pot is hot, don't touch it. So you see the sign, hey, the pot is hot, don't touch it, and then you decide to reach your hand into a boiling pot and then argue, oh, well, I should be able to put my hand in the freezer because it's my hand, I can boil my hand. But okay, but you're boiling your hand in somebody else's pot that they tell you don't. Try not to use profanity. You're boiling your hand in somebody's pot. They tell you, do not touch hot pot. And you know, set yourself up for failure. And then now other people have to suffer because you are irresponsible. And that's called not taking accountability too. Because now tables turn. You're that same pregnant woman, whether you want to keep your pregnancy or not. Now if I kill you, it'll be bloody murder / double homicide. You know, so and that's just that's the same situation, and that's the same outcome for you as well. That's called taking accountability, being realistic, knowing that there are consequences and cause and effect for actions, and some things you can't sweep under the rug, and actually too, that's actually a good thing too, because that can take off the list, because I have another video pretty much a reason as to why a majority of the world is going to hell. And that could be one of the check marks off of it. You're like, oh, okay. Because that's actually helping you. Because if you keep your child, or you don't murder or kill or terminate, whatever you want to call it, then that'd be something that'd be one less sin, And that's not even counting the basic sins. Like I say, that I only listed five out of millions of ways to go to hell. But a majority of the world could just look at a time where there's no formula, and a time where there's food shortage and cows dropping dead and skies raining fish, we still have time to complain about terminating pregnancies. It's like our priorities are effed up. So yeah, that's. But anyway, yeah, so it's called take accountability, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. Because here's the thing: you don't necessarily have to get pregnant either. You can keep your legs closed, which might be the best bet, but we know that everyone want to do what they want to do. They're not going to close their balls. They're not closing down shop. But, oh, okay, well, you can use condom. Oh, damn that. You can, because we already know that, hey, we're not keeping our legs closed. So that's off the map. Or, okay, what about condom? Hell no. What about birth control? Maybe. What about termination? And everyone's all for it. And again, people still have the nerve to wonder, right, oh, well, why am I going to hell? Just open your eyes to the world. That's why. Look in the mirror. That's why. But anyway, yeah. So, yeah, just call it take accountability, and don't be mad. All you have to do is just don't get pregnant. And that doesn't mean get pregnant and go run to your nearest butcher. That just means don't get pregnant. And there's ways to not get pregnant. And the best way is the way is going to be the first hell no. Because the best way to not get pregnant is just to keep your damn legs closed or close your balls. But we all know that'll never happen. So you can take that off the menu. But I'm like, okay, what's the next step? Oh, okay, well, you can. And that's another thing too. Like, not to sound explicit or to be ignorant, but some people too, they they put the aftermath and elsewhere, you know. And like I say, I'll keep it clean so you'll have your, you know, you get your sauce from the man. Some people put it on their shirt, some people put it on their face, some people eat it, some, you know, or swallow. Well, like I say, it's not to be explicit, but it's like there's alternatives that some people do, but some people are they're just not responsible, you know. But like I say, just doing the right thing and making things make sense. That's just, it's kind of like the thing of the past. You know how I just mentioned it, I don't know, a few videos ago, like how good is evil and evil's good now, you know. I want to be able to do, the moral of this story is I want to be able to do what the F I want to do with my body, and you don't tell me what to do, you know. And which is true, nobody should tell you what to do, but I shouldn't have to tell you, and not to be ripping fetuses out of your uterus, or not to be paying for me to rip a fetus out of my uterus, you know. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of one of them things, like we should know this, and you know because there's always a disclaimer too. Like, okay, well, you're coming to me to get your nose done. I would still have to let you know, hey, while getting this procedure, your nose may fall off later. You know, I would have to let you know some things. So that means you already know you're doing something that's risky or something that you probably don't have no business doing anyway, as to why I have to give you the disclaimer in the first place. And also too, everything's a process too. So it's like, that's another thing that makes it evil too. Like if it's a process, like you know exactly what you're doing and for why. And this is nothing about emergency. Oh, okay, this is an emergency life or death procedure. This is, I want to do it if I want to do procedure. You know. No, I'm not going to prevent myself from getting pregnant. And no, I'm not going to stop paying for it. You know. So it's like people are just stuck in their ways, comfortable with their evil lifestyle. And they want to be able to do what they want to do. Satan is getting tired of hiding, getting tired of the rules. You know. So it's like, this is at a time such as this, it's kind of amazing how we still have time to talk about silly things, you know. Like literally, I mean, unless was it a joke about the whole formula thing? Maybe that was a joke or a lie that there's no formula on the shelf. Maybe it was a lie that all those cows dropped dead in Texas, or that it rained fish. Actually, well, maybe that'd be the second mysterious, or actually no, it wouldn't. There's a few things that happened in Texas that was kind of like, you know, with the snowstorm in Texas. I think they had like a snowstorm in the summer, the raining of fish, and the dropping dead of thousands of cows at one time. I mean, a lot of this stuff can be inside job too, but I mean, it's still a strange activity. The moral of the story is these are different time, different age, and it's like, shouldn't have time to be irresponsible, even though, I mean, we're all guilty of being irresponsible, but just deliberate irresponsible, just because you can, or because you want to, or it's your right. That's another thing too. I don't really like the whole, it's my body, it's my right, you know. Okay, but isn't it kind of illegal to quote unquote hurt yourself? Like if you slit your wrist or try to kill yourself, and you will be locked up in a hospital if you survive, and you know what I mean. It'll be something where it's pretty much a crime. So it's like it's not really your body to damage, you know. You're just renting. We're forgetting that we're renting a body. This is temporary living. You're renting. You don't really own anything, not even the soul that's driving you. But you're gonna pay for it though. But anyway, yeah, I guess a long story short, just this is called just take responsibility from now on. If it's something where now you're being manipulated, or you can't do this, can't do that, or they take it away something, then that's just called just take responsibility and do things on your own accord, and do things to where you won't need them anyway, you know. So it's like you get pregnant, but then you'll need their facilities to get rid of it. It's kind of, you're just donating. Also too, if you do the whole full breakdown, because people have a breakdown with the whole meat thing. Oh, this is why I don't eat meat. Oh, you slaughter the animal, or the animal stressed by the time they and rot it by the time it reaches your plate. Okay, so that means when you take something, take it away. Because even if something, I pulled your tooth, or I removed a tumor, or whatever it is, they're keeping that stuff. So it's like, what are they doing with your parts anyway? And some people don't care. But that's a whole nother story as to what they do with those parts, you know. So like, say you get a fetus ripped out of uterus, and that fetus is being used in more than one way. So it's just like, it's kind of like, maybe, yeah, perhaps you don't care, you know. Once it's gone, it's gone. It's trash. But that's a whole another ball game as to what those parts are being utilized for, and And like I say, some people will change their mind as far as the whole meat thing. Oh, once I learned the history behind what they do with these animals, I'll stop eating meat. You know, some people, they may change when some people just won't give a damn. I don't care. I got it ripped out of my uterus for a reason, and I will be back next summer, you know, when it's, you know, so it's just kind of like, some people just don't care, but then again, have the nerve and the gumption to want the world to stop when something happens to them, or to really want to question why. Well, why am I going to hell? You know, I feed the birds. You know, where are your priorities? You know, where are your priorities? You know, you could care less in this section, but yet you want the world to stop in your section. You know, you have to, what you put out, you shall receive. So it's kind of like, you know, your demands have to match what you want. Like, friends, oh, I want a good man, I want a good woman. Well, are you that good woman? Are you that man or woman with the 6 figures? You know, do you have a Lamborghini? If not, then you may want to step down a notch and shut up. But anyway, yeah. So just keep that in mind and just take care and take responsibility.